like and subscribe.
Riley Eichhoff faces Alex Alisea. 42 wins for the Cards this year. Right in the middle. The senior we told you about, fifth-year senior that Ben, you talked about, Riley Eichhoff, who started their first game on Friday. It could have been a double play, but feel good for a guy getting off the hook. 2-2. More pitches. Ninth pitch. Alisea bounces it towards short. And time 20. Throws it big time. Alisea's aboard.
Whoa, he got down the line.
Long hold from Riley Eichhoff. Alisea takes off the pitch. A strike, and Alisea safe. Sixth most steals and sixth fewest steals allowed. 1-2. Alexander comes on to make the catch.
ERA this year 3.22.
Strike three calls. Two down as Caden Bodine works at the bottom of the zone with Riley Eichhoff.
You're going to say that a lot.
Now to the cleanup spot, and Blanket Pato ends it.
The last time he pitched was the final regular season of the game for the Cardinals against Wake Forest.
And you see their first time through the order, they have swung it very well here. Line drive to the left for Caden Bodine toward the corner. Zion Rose cuts it off beautifully and keeps Caden Bodine to a leadoff single.
Done perfectly right there.
This one comes up and in, and it hits Alexander. And Coastal Carolina has been hit by pitches 173 times now, the most in the country and the second most in the history of the sport. Blake Barthel, this one comes up and in, and that hit Barthel, so they're loaded.
Did that hit him in the chest? I believe it did.
Louisville and Arkansas got to beat them twice to advance.
First inning blues for him. He's got to find a way to start.
His left side of your screen. Mitchell on the ground to the right field, the base hit. Bodine scores with Alexander right behind him, and the Shots have the lead, 2-0 in the first.
Shots baseball right here. Turn it off the fastball.
Without using him.
But this is where you are to Louisville.
4-pitch run. Here comes Dan McDonald.
40 innings of work. Not a huge strikeout guy. 21 strikeouts.
Kevin Schnall was telling us this morning, Thorndike had a great summer. Finds that oftentimes JUCO transfers really take hold their second year at the D1 level. 2-2. Thorndike rockets one the same way to right center. Back toward the wall, and it's up the wall. Barthel scores. Mitchell on his heels. Pato to the plate, and Kobe Thorndike does it again. The championship series could be set by the end of the night. Louisville's trying to prevent that. They've got to win.
It's because the pitching is so good.
Miho strikes out. Dooley, shortstop in the 8th spot, who rolls one up the middle into center field, a base hit. Kobe Thorndike gets waved around. Lucas Moore's throw is cut. And it's 6-0 Coastal in the first. Coastal Carolina have won 25 games in a row. 9-man Wells Sykes bounces it at Alex Alisea, who turns it into 2. First baseman for the Cards, who strikes out. Second K for Eichhoff, and there's 2 away.
Really impressed with Eichhoff.
And it came off his bat. 1-2.
Doing well.
3-2. Rose pulls it. Well struck. Left field. Alexander spins around and makes the catch.
Put a 10 over that circus out there.
Schweitzer is 2-2 to Sebastian Alexander. Strikes him out with an icy sinker. Bounces it over the mound at second, and Kamayu Neighbors makes it a 1-2-3 inning swing at that last one.
That approach.
This is Garrett Pike. 1-2.
They kind of figure out slider mix going, and man, he just took it.
Bouncing ball off the glove of Blake Barthel, who's got to pocket it out of the 9th spot, and Neighbors got hit with it. On a breaking ball, he gets away, but it looks like Neighbors is going to get aboard here. Alisea swings, ropes one, Barthel for a double play.
Slider's the best pitcher we mentioned, but he'll throw that changeup about 11% of the time as well.
Lucas Moore, Alexander backs up. He's got room.
I don't recommend it.
Up the middle, well positioned. Kamayu Neighbors, nice pick.
That's big time right there.
Game 2 starter. 5-pitch walk.
There's TJ Schlageter making his 17th
appearance. Schlageter, third arm of the day. Hit hard right at the second baseman Neighbors, who dropped it, but they're going to wave that off. It was a good try.
Direction will go home.
On the dirt ball, that class throw is not in time. So he comes away. Schlageter's 2-2. Dean Mijos works a walk, 1990.
Left-handed batter.
Coaching first. With 2 aboard, 1-2. 2-2 towards second.
Coming here, nothing charged.
requires Dooley. I feel like it's even harder than it's ever been.
Matt Klein sprays one into left center, just out of the reach of Will Sykes. Klein's got a leadoff double to begin the fourth inning. Another 1-2. Monroe strikes out, and there's one away.
There's your spin. See that little dot on the front? Dot on the front, dot on the back.
Strikes out, and what was that sorcery?
I'm going to tell you, boys, anything turned like that, ought to have a blinker on it. That is incredible. 20 inches of horizontal rope.
At 19 more inches of movement. 3-2. Davis takes ball 4. Riley Eichhoff. 2 months.
That's unheard of.
2-1. Chops it. Left side, Walker Mitchell throws on the run, and the inning's over. LSU, for the 8th time, is 2-0. Light rain falling here. Lucas Moore goes back and on the track. Vandy was the number 1 overall seed. On the ground to first, and Tank Davis with a fine play to make it a 1-2-3. We saw this conversation just now coming off the field. Kamayu Neighbors, the second baseman, and Matt Klein, the catcher. They're both captains on this team, and it got kind of heated here.
I think it had to do with the throw to second between innings. Just lobbed it over there. Neighbors not backing down at all.
Line drive center field, another hit for Kamayu Neighbors. He has had a very impressive Men's College World Series, and on the bubble, he takes second. Up the middle at Ty Dooley, Lucas Moore. Bouncing ball, Blake Barthel gets the out. 2-2, right at Zion Rose. 3-0 to Walker Mitchell's outside. He's walked a couple of times. Davis has been making the rounds this week. This is roped by Thorndike into right center, and it drops down to base hit. Walker Mitchell goes first to third with 2 outs, and the shot that clears have him at the corners. Freshman right-hander, who we saw yesterday as well. 4 teams left, 2 brackets, double elimination. Coastal and LSU can win today. Dean Mijos, the batter, and he goes first pitch swinging in the air to right, and that'll plug the gap and get all the way to the wall. Walker Mitchell scores, Colby Thorndike right behind him, and a 2-run triple for Coastal.
Good one, second time did it. Mijos.
That might be the first barcode I've ever seen in a dugout before.
Does it work?
Yes, it does.
A strikeout from Jack Brown.
And also, you got to keep your eye on traffic, too. Not much traffic, and then 80 pitches in a ball game.
On the ground, left side, and Walker Mitchell bobbles, and Monroe is aboard. Bouncer left side in the hole off the mid of Dooley in the left. And he is engaged to a women's lacrosse player at Coastal, Maddie Bates. Eichhoff's 2-0. Davis smashes this one in the right center, back to the wall, and it one-hops off the wall. Monroe scores. King stops at third. It's an RBI double up the ladder from Tank Davis, who is getting married 2 days from now. His fiancée, Caitlin, 2 starts in 6 days for the 5th-year senior at the Men's College World Series.
Out of this Coastal bullpen, 4-1 of the year with a 2.55 ERA. It's fastball, slider, heavy.
Roped right at third, and Walker Mitchell by Zion Rose. Everything coming up Coastal today. This is roped into right field, base hit, Garrett Pike. King scores. Davis stops at third. Jeff Brom in the building. He said he would be here, tweeted out yesterday. 7 hits, more than anyone in this event. And he's got another into right field. Davis scores, and here come the Cards.
Peyton Johnson now making his 23rd appearance of the year. The numbers are outstanding.
How do you like your 9-hole hitter leading the entire field in hits? At the corners, 620 OPS to go with it. Sykes comes on to end the inning. And Arkansas would have to beat LSU twice. On the ground, backside base hit with 2 strikes from Wells Sykes for the first down. Hot shot right field, another 2-strike backside single. They're going to go first to third in the face of Eddie King. He throws not in time. The runner is out. We were told pregame he'd be available today. Barthel's been better against righties than lefties, as you'd expect to, but that's a balk. All the wins they have. First-year head coaches in the Men's College World Series since '99. In the left center field, and Barthel traps it in. Alexander scores, and the balk proves costly. Runner goes. Matt Klein's throw is off target. Up high ball for it. Hits paid on. And he gets hit by a pitch. And now it's 10-3. Ever. Bases loaded. Big number. Everly's 2-1. 2-2. 3-2. Strike 3 call. Well, Sykes is there. Cutting a miss, and Caden Bodine. But Sykes falls back at the wall to make the catch.
Fastball, slider, curveball, and a changeup.
Happens all the time.
That is strike 3 called.
You heard anything on starters from either squad yet?
Into center, and Lucas Moore, very highly regarded arm. Caden Bodine pulls it sharply into right field, a base hit, his second hit of the ball game. The projected first-round pick. Possible first-round pick, Caden Bodine, who might be the best catcher in the country. Caught a miss.
Sack fly yesterday.
One down.
Boy can put down some groceries.
He strikes out, go for Coastal Carolina. Rose on the ground at Blake Barthel. 1, 2, 3. Colton Hartman.
16 appearances, 3 of which were starts during the year.
Blake Barthel is on. Walker Mitchell now butts one at his face. And Michael flips to retire him. 2-2. Beto strikes out. Good breaking ball from Peter Michael.
18 innings is all he's worked so far. 21 strikeouts, 25 comeback victories this year, more than anybody in the entire country.
These are the ones to reach the final or the championship round as we now have it in their first 2 trips.
A little change up to go with it. It's a little bit different arm angle.
And Colby Thorndike has another hit. It scores Blake Barthel from second. Coastal and LSU 1 win away from the championship series. That's 7 Eastern, 6 local as they go up against Vahiva Aloy.
3 passes.
Chopper at third at Jake Monroe.
Kevin Shaw told me before the game it's his responsibility now to represent Coastal Carolina guys, who they are.
One of their best, the reliever Dominic Carbone from Rocky Point, New York. On the ground, left side, and into left field, base hit. Ball 4. Swing and a miss. Spicy from Carbone, and there's one away for the Shants. Hard hit ground ball to first, scooped up by Ty Barango.
What strikes me about him is 25 comeback victories this year.
Trying to win a 26th straight game. Dominic Carbone's 0-1. On the ground at Barango, who backs up, gloves, Carbone covers. Coastal wins it. The teal is for real. 26 in a row. And the Shots will see you Saturday in the championship series.
Your team's headed to the championship finals. How does that sound?
It's a dream come true.